Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fully Immersed. Oh my God, broke it up with a sneeze.
Sorry,
This
I'm
is
allergic.
Fully Immersed.
I've got
We've
some kind of allergies.
I'm your host, Lane Calder, as always.
That's staying in.
The man you just heard sneeze would be the big cheese himself, Tobias Lerman Matante.
The big sneeze.
the big sneeze himself.
Sorry, I have allergies.
Oh, no.
And finally, of course, as always, our good friend Spencer Bennett.
Yes.
Repping his
It
Hawks.
is me. Yes.
Yes. He's ready to play. His Seahawks are ready to go in,
Oh my
in
God.
my team's home stadium, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Honestly, I would so much rather the Seahawks win than the Patriots, which is probably a crazy thing to say as a 49ers fan, but
I'll take it.
yeah,
I'll take it.
you know, I personally.
Yeah, sure. It's like the evil empire returns. That's what everyone's saying online.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, no, fuck
It's
that.
like no
you don't
Chiefs
get to be good
and
that again.
fuck you, it's
No.
the Patriots again.
You don't get to be good again that soon.
No, it's crazy.
I actually sent you a meme. I don't know if you saw it earlier today. That was like Chiefs fans are getting on their Patriots jerseys that they haven't worn
Yeah,
since 2019.
that are in the closet. Yeah. It's like I saw one that was like, please no Chiefs in the Super Bowl. It's like monkey paw curls. It's like- and you get New England again. Oh, great.
We love brain rot.
Yeah, of course.
And in honor of the superb owl, as they say on What We Do in the Shadows, the Super
Superb
Bowl,
owl.
we are talking about sports today in themed entertainment because there actually is quite a bit of crossover, especially if you consider that a major themed entertainment company owned some teams, some professional sports teams, and a lot since then that we're going to kind of get into. Toby was taking us through the history, and while I knew some of it, you really were kind of the historian on it, of the almost like scandalous ownership by Disney of the Angels. At the time, I believe they're called the Los Angeles Angels.
No.
Anaheim, or
So
California Angels.
they actually were the LA Angels, and when Disney bought them, they changed to the Anaheim Angels.
Of
Have they
of
always played in Anaheim though, or did they play in LA at one point?
I don't know. I'm looking up the history right now to like truly understand. But they owned the Angels from 1996 to 2003, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know who they sold to? Just some billionaire.
actually
So
Who
Whoa,
owned
okay.
the Angels.
Because I knew that they didn't own them anymore, but I forgot. I don't know who they sold to.
A guy named
looking-
Art Moreno. He purchased the franchise in 2003 for 184 million.
Yeah, to thunderous applause, has done so much for the organization and for the league. Really,
Shout out Art Moreno.
yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah. Well, Disney still owns the Magic, right?
The
In
Orlando Magic?
Yeah,
The
they have
NBA.
their
no,
logo.
I don't think they own them. They're just a sponsor.
Okay.
Really?
They did at one
They don't
point.
own
That's
them
why they're
anymore?
called the Magic.
Oh, do
Yeah.
they? I don't know. Look it up. I don't
No,
actually
well,
know.
they at least did at one point, because that, like Spencer said, that is why they're called the Magic.
They're owned by the DeVos family, who purchased the franchise in 1991. Let's see. Yeah, well, they were Disney originally. That's why they're the Magic. But yeah,
Right.
I don't know when that.
So it's crazy. The Angels. Anyway, I think we're just trying to discuss, like, there is a crazy amount of crossover between theme entertainment and the sports
is.
world.
There is,
Which makes
And I
sense,
think a
live
lot of
events.
that- well, yeah, and especially like with Disney, I feel like a lot of that came with when they were exploring, other avenues of entertainment. They had film, they had television productions, they had the theme parks, and another major draw socially and on television is sports. And I feel like
Oh yeah,
at the time, I mean, they own ESPN now, but at the time, I think that they were looking at those as live sports as a thing that they could get into for even more profit.
So
Um,
if you want to know, they really bought the Angels and made them the Anaheim Angels because they were trying to turn Anaheim into Orlando. They wanted it to be a destination city.
That's why also they bought the Ducks. Disney owned the Ducks for a long time.
Yeah, for a long time. No, I think they founded the Ducks. The Ducks were
they might have, because they were the Mighty Ducks from the
from the movies.
Yeah.
So like they were really
the Emilio Estevez movie.
Which I think I just think it's hilarious that we have two sports teams in Anaheim, which, like, realistically speaking, Anaheim should not have two teams.
It's such a small city when you're actually there.
It's ridiculous.
There's no reason they should have two professional sports teams.
I mean, the Anaheim has more professional sports teams than San Diego, which is, I mean, not really
Crazy.
if you count now San Diego FC, their MLS team, but still, think about it. It took them. They got that team this year, 2025. So, like, it took them that long.
The Padres been around
for a long time. Yeah.
Long
But still, like San Diego, which is a much bigger population than Anaheim, just got their second pro sports team. And, you know, I'm a soccer fanatic.
Well, you had the Chargers for a little bit there.
Still, two teams at Anaheim, and it is purely because Disney was like, we want to build a destination city.
They wanted to be a resort city. Yeah.
They're, you know, depending on how you look at it, like, I feel like they sort of accomplished that and sort of didn't. Like, there is the whole Anaheim convention area, right? Mm-hmm. Which is I think there's the convention center and then the stadiums / arenas.
They're down the street, though.
You know,
like a couple miles.
Right.
But it backfired on them because, like, they don't really own any of that. They only own the Disneyland Resort, and I mean. But when they were basically the city of Anaheim, long story short, the city of Anaheim was like, no, this is wrong. You can't do this. You can't just run a city. Because they were, you know, in the 90s when they had both the Angels and the Ducks and Disneyland, they were running the city of Anaheim.
Oh,
the city of Anaheim.
This has been a famously tumultuous relationship in the modern era of them fighting each other. But for understandably so, Anaheim was like, that was the one thing it had.
And you can draw you can draw some serious comparisons with how they really did build their own city in or outside of Orlando,
Bay Lake or whatever it's called. Yeah,
right. And I don't know, maybe that was the more refined approach to it. Was just we're going to build everything from the ground up so that we're founding it and not taking over an existing place.
Mm-hmm. Also, I was wrong. Disney never owned the Magic, but Disney's like always been involved in their like board and stuff. So that's why it's technically owned by some family. But the Magic are like, you know, very strongly affiliated with Disney for obvious reasons, the name and everything. So yeah,
right.
But yeah, it's just crazy to think about. Even and you know, I think we'll dive deeper as we continue to talk into the actual parallels with the two industries, but I think just looking back historically speaking, they were trying to take over a city through sports, which I think is fascinating. Right? Like, how do you? Because you know that was always the issue back in 1955. I don't think Walt Disney was like, oh, I need to buy an entire city. The Disney the Disney World project. Exist. Yeah, I mean, but he didn't. It was a risk. No one knew if it was going to work. No one knew what was going to happen, and it paid off. But by the time they were able to, and I mean, you know, I'm assuming the thought process was, well, you know, California, speaking, is always going to be a higher income city or a higher income area, Los Angeles in general, than Orlando, Florida. In general, right? The people who live there, and you could capture the locals market. So I want to dominate
Hollywood,
this.
You know,
exactly.
The reason he was there from Missouri.
That's not a slight. That's just cost of living and taxes and all that shit.
And I mean, Disney as a company, you know, once Walt traded hands over to, you know, they tried to become more of a giant media conglomerate. I mean, they've purchased ESPN. They've been trying. The whole goal was to just become this giant mogul, you know. So it all made sense in them trying to expand. And yeah, I mean, they had the ESPN Wide World of Sports in Orlando for a long time. It's where the NBA bubble was. They tried to they had like different attractions.
Is it not still there?
I mean, it might be. It's not. I don't think it is what it was. But
I remember when Spencer, you and I were.
I'm looking it up too. It is still there. It is still there.
You and I were staying in Disney World. We could take the bus. I think to the ESPN Wide World of Sport.
Yeah, it's a 220-acre multi-purpose sports complex in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, so we could take the Disney tram or bus to get there.
Yeah,
and we never did it because, like, kind of why would you? If you were there for like 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's also crazy to think about, like, how many? Let me see, college bowls in Orlando. Orlando, I think now has has about like 3 or 4 bowls for college football that take place in like in that city. You've got the Orlando, like they have the
It used to
Cure
have
Bowl.
the Pro Bowl too. The Pro Bowl used to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and I mean, the Pop-Tart Bowl is now the big one over there.
Mhm.
They
Man,
have this.
Shadur Sanders doesn't get to play there. That's tough.
Not anymore. Not
They've got
anymore.
they've got the Citrus Bowl. They have the Cure Bowl. The pop. So that they have 3 major bowl games in the city of Orlando, which is insane to me. So
I mean,
don't
it
know.
started
That is
as the
crazy.
Disney's Wide World of Sports, and then in 2010, after they basically owned all of ESPN, they changed the name. But yeah, I mean, Disney's been for a long time trying to get into this, and they've, like you said, traded hands of different franchises and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, this is a humongous facility. I've never been there, but I know it's like.
No. Yeah.
Didn't they used to have like attractions like the NBA experience or something
I
in
think
Disney
so.
Springs?
Yeah.
Where it was like kind of like you were basically playing like basketball type activations.
It's just a crazy concept because I don't think you're gonna find 2 fan bases that are more separate in terms of the kind of medium fan. It's like
there
a
was an
theme park
NBA
fan.
experience.
They demolished it, yeah.
Yeah, but it was still there in like 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but think
So,
about
yeah.
it. Like, do you see like the American sports fan base and the theme park fan base as they're so different? They're such. I
Sure.
feel like they're such different people who are like Disney
Yeah.
fans and who are sports fans. But like at the same time, I mean, where does the Super Bowl? You win the Super Bowl. What do you do?
Going to Disney World.
Or Disneyland,
to
depending on
Yeah.
what you're closer to, I guess. But like,
I think it's usually Disney World, but yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Super Bowl itself, you could say, is like become sort of its own attraction. Like the whole week leading up to it is essentially just
The
a
whole
ton of
city is
fanfare.
basically shut down,
Yeah,
and there's
the
different
whole-
experiences, yeah.
Right. The whole thing is just, tons of food and interviews with some big figures in the sport and all that.
Mhm.
Like it, like I know that like Patrick Willis is going to be doing a bunch of stuff for this one since it's in Santa Clara.
Mhm.
Like it, there's a whole bunch of big figures that come out from the sport, and it really has become its own like attractions thing. Like, hey, here's some activities for kids to do so that you have a reason to visit for the week leading up to it, which also maybe is why it seems like cities are more interested in building new stadiums that would qualify to host a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, tourism,
Like-
for sure.
Yeah.
Like Washington D.C. about to build a new stadium that's domed so that they can host the Super Bowl. The Bills famously said, "Fuck that, we don't care. We're not going to have a dome."
The
We
Bears
don't
are
care if
building a
that
new
means
stadium in
it.
Indiana, they just announced.
Is
Is
it
it
official?
gonna
They're
be
gonna
in
do it in
Indiana?
Indiana.
I mean, it's been presented it. It's like in discussions to be in Gary, Indiana,
Yeah.
right over the
Kansas
border.
City
like,
is
right
moving.
over the border.
Right,
Kansas-
they're
the
moving
Chiefs,
into
the Chiefs, Kansas
Kansas.
State. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Well,
it's really it's
They
it's
want
a weird
that
thing.
tourism, almost like the Olympics coming to LA, like how they're spending all that
Oh, yeah.
money on LAX that we've talked about in the past, as well as like Disney doing things that are new things that are going to be open by the time the Olympics come to LA to have some new attractions and stuff. Like,
And
not-
who knows? Yeah, and who knows what what we're going to be seeing in the next 5 months when the World Cup starts.
sure. I mean, the crossover, like you guys have touched on, the crossover is the tourism industry. Both theme
Yeah.
parks and sports benefit from that. I mean, the most obvious example you can give is how aggressively they've tried to turn Las Vegas into a sports city.
Oh,
Yeah,
Because
God.
you
it's-
just
that
increase
is-
the
that is
tourism,
insane.
tenfold.
Yeah.
There's a Cosm next door to Allegiant Stadium. Like people will not even go to Raider games; they'll watch them
Cosm
in
is
Cosm.
a whole other conversation we'll get to
Yeah,
in
but
a
I'm
second because
saying,
they
like,
are the
they're-
ultimate intersection of the two.
But
But, yeah.
like
Yeah.
Vegas, they're now been trying forever to get the A's to move. They have obviously the Golden Knights, which T-Mobile Arena is right down on the strip. Allegiant
They've
Stadium
got
is on
Allegiant.
the strip with the Raiders.
and they're getting I mean, no, but they are getting the A's, right? They are.
all for all said intents and purposes, but it hasn't happened. They're in
and then
Sacramento, which is
and I
embarrassing,
know
but
they're also trying to get an MLS team out there.
yeah. Yeah.
So like
An
it's
NBA team, them in Seattle have been rumored
The
for
most-
the expansion
also
for
the-
years.
WNBA. I mean, they're the most successful team, I think, in the last.
Are they the Aces, or is that the
Aces? The Aces,
the girls' team.
They're like back to back. They're incredibly successful. But it's crazy because, like, is there even a real? I don't think there's a real fan base out there. But, like, still,
for the homegrown stuff, there is. I spent a decent amount of time there because Nicole's family lives there.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
The Knights are huge. The Raiders are not, which is
Right.
funny because the Raiders, as a franchise, have always been.
Well, the Knights
homeless.
are always actually. The Knights are honestly like pretty damn good most
The
of the
Knights
time.
fucking just gamed the system on that expansion draft and have been good always.
It's
why everyone
insane.
hates them.
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, me as an Avs fan, I hate them.
Sure.
But,
I hate them as a Kings fan.
Yeah, they did not hit the same luck with the Raiders, obviously.
I mean,
I
I
doubt
extra
they will.
hate them because the Kraken fucking suck and we're part of the same process like a year later.
Right.
But and the Raiders is weird because the Raiders. I mean, look, I'm saying this as a Chargers fan my whole life. The Raiders should have stayed in LA. They should have gone to LA with the Rams, and the Chargers
There's
should
way
have
more
stayed
of a
in.
fan base in LA. There was a Raider image store in Universal City Walk for years.
Which is gone.
For
But-
a long time. I
But
grew
you know
up
what's
with people
crazy?
in Northern California that had parents from LA, and they were all Raiders fans. They were all like USC and Raiders fans.
But you know what's
Totally.
crazy is, like, what did City Walk in Hollywood just open? Oh, you guys might not know. Well, they just opened a big
don't know.
NBA store,
Did they?
a giant
Oh, okay.
NBA store. So
They
like,
had the Dodger store for a while.
They
too.
did.
they still have
They
it.
did.
They still
They
have
still
the
have
Dodger
it. That's
store.
what replaced the Raider image. Yeah.
No. The Raider image was replaced by They have a discount store there now,
Oh, okay.
which is really funny.
Because the Raiders are a discount franchise.
They are a discount
Shots
organization.
fired.
But
Don't leave,
regardless,
Clint. Don't do
it's-
it.
Think about it. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, and I think this intersection has been there for a while.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, aside from just talking the ownership side of things, Angel Stadium when they were Disney bought the Anaheim Arena, which became Angel Stadium.
Sure.
Their Imagineers worked hand in hand to rebuild that stadium.
To design
So, like,
it, yeah.
to design it. And so, like, and then we've seen, theme entertainment elements in stadiums for a while now. Spencer,
Because
we
you're
talked about
trying
this
to turn it into an experience, right? Like more so than just watching the game.
It fully is. Like, I mean, and it's a. I mean, look at the fucking Brewers stadium. They have a giant slide that the guy comes down. Look at the Lane. You're the one who's been to the stadium. I haven't been, but the Rocky Stadium. Yeah, the Rockies suck, but as an experience, that stadium's amazing, right?
I mean, you're 100% correct. Like, and there's been articles like Denver Post and elsewhere that have talked about this of like the ownership, and this is not like divisive to say, is bad. Like I think they just like the owner just announced that like his son is going to be the new GM or some shit like a few months ago.
They're a shit show. But
Like it's bad. It's a shit show. It's impossible to watch the games because like they only just this last season I think came out with their own service to actually watch the games. That all being said, like, and on top of all that, they're the worst fucking team in the league. They're worse than the Chicago White Sox. Like, at least they were this last year. So on top of all of that, they went so ungodly hard in the paint on Coors Field. Coors Field birthed Blue Moon. Like, that's where Blue Moon beer is from.
It's crazy.
It was brewed in Coors Field because there was a brewery in the stadium. And they've updated since then. There's incredible bars and places to hang out. Food is pretty damn good.
I think I read an article. There was an article recently published about like how people still go to the games because the stadium is such an experience.
I go. My work. We do an outing there once, in the summer every year, pretty much. Sharon and I go once or twice a year, so I go there a few times a year. I'm like never watching the games. Like, I'm only there to hang out and experience the stadium. And to be honest, that's why like 90% of people are there. So they'll nearly sell out games
just based on the attraction.
Just based on the attraction of the stadium when that team is so ungodly terrible.
Also, something crazy on the sports side of team entertainment that I just remembered now. They're a USL team, so they're like the second division in soccer.
Yeah.
But the Albuquerque soccer team, I think they're called New Mexico United. Their sponsor on their jersey is Meow Wolf.
No way.
I think so.
Yes.
I remember
So
this.
I actually saw that recently. I was just like looking at some Meow Wolf merch, and there is a Meow Wolf jersey for the New Mexico team, right?
New
That's
Mexico
so
United.
sick.
Yeah. So like,
there
but like,
is-
think,
it's pretty sick, Spencer.
but like,
it's pretty cool.
It's so crazy that we're at this point. Well, I mean, and just looking at the tech now that is there. I just went to the new Intuit Dome, which is the Clippers' home stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, listen, I've been an Angelino basically my entire life. I've known no one gives a flying fuck about the Clippers. I'm a Lakers fan.
No, yeah, it's not a thing.
But I went to a Clippers game because the stadium was so cool. Because it's crazy. They have a Meow Wolf fucking jersey.
I'm showing
That's
them
dope
the
as
Meow
hell.
Wolf jersey now. It's really
It'll show
sick.
up on the recording, by the way. It will.
lot of rainbow colors going on.
They have a Meow Wolf night. Yeah, they are like
It's
this
a full like co-partnership. It seems like.
and like I've been thinking about this, but what happens if a smaller team or a team says, "Hey, Meow Wolf, design a stadium"?
That'd be crazy.
Imagine,
I mean, why
and
wouldn't
it's,
they? Yeah, for sure.
I mean, why not? Like, but what was I talking about earlier just now?
I mean, like you said, Disney Imagineering designed Angel Stadium.
And
they have
so-
that giant cool A with the halo from the highway. You can see.
Yeah.
Nice rock work and the waterfall and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
That
yeah.
but
they don't need at all.
No,
But the dome, right? I went because I'm a theme park fan, and
Sure.
I mean they designed this new dome with lighting packages integrated into the seats that react to the field. They have projection mapping. They have incredible LEDs. Their checkout system for merch is completely human. It's a bit of a trouble, but like they use the same tech as Disney World and Universal parks to get into the stadium. It's that facial recognition technology.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
crazy how hand in hand with that stadium in particular. I was like, and that's a 2-year-old stadium, I think. Oh no, I think I have a pin from the inauguration. I think it was last year it opened for the first time. But regardless,
yeah, something like that.
it is they built it, designed. They have. And they even have like mini games, like little games you can play like outside. It's designed like a theme park in a lot of ways.
that's
And like
sick.
I think when I went, you even miss like a whole quarter of the game, I think, just exploring the stadium. Just like like seeing what they did and the tech and everything. So like you've got that. What else? I mean, and then you've got like the older ones that still had those principles. You've got Jaguars
Spencer,
have
You said
you said-
Lumen basically has a whole like con going on. In
Yeah,
the
it's
tunnel.
weird.
Yeah.
They've got like a convention center underneath the field, and they have like different areas themed to different parts of the city, and they have like little mini game activities for kids to play that reminded me of stuff I worked on in the past. I mean, some of my favorite stuff with Sports Arena is like when they have little museum exhibits for like the history of a team or a history of a league or whatever. Like when I went to Wrigley Field in Chicago during the off season for baseball, they do like I mean, this is cool in itself. They do a thing called like Winterland during the Christmas season of like they put like ice skating and like different games on the field and people can go. But on the side of it, they like have the World Series trophy when the Cubs won it, right? Which was a huge deal. The Cubs curse, all that stuff. But it's basically like a museum exhibit attached to Wrigley Field that's free to go in, and you see like the history of the league, talking about like the the Negro League and all the stuff beforehand, like just all this history of baseball with the trophy in the middle, and it's like this is a museum next door to a ballpark, right? Like,
when I was in Argentina 2 years ago, I think 2-3 years ago, they had a traveling immersive exhibition based on the national team where they had the trophies and they also had like
cool.
but they also had like a full like giant projection map show that was like being on the field, right? And that was crazy.
Oh, nice.
They
Cool.
had the Messi experience that came out here and it was an immersive exhibition. Like it is and then like I think Lane, you wanted to talk about this. We were talking about this before the podcast, but like the whole NBA All-Star game and the NBA Cup.
The involvement of that new like exhibition and attractions technology that's been spreading is really, I mean, you saw that, a few years back now with projection mapping on both like ice rinks and NBA courts, right? Like the projection mapping, everybody's kind of seen that at this point, where they'll show some crazy graphics on the ice itself during breaks and things like that. Same thing
For
with
hockey,
basketball now. Yeah, basketball, they'll turn off all the lights before the show. They'll do I was at a Sacramento Kings game recently when I was back home, and they did the whole thing as well, where there's a whole graphics introduction going on.
Sure,
there's a light show.
Starting five is while the starting five are getting introduced and all that, and the coaching staff. Now, I saw online on like LinkedIn and YouTube that we're doing the LED flooring now for basketball courts. I believe it's being used in the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game, where it just, instead of projection mapping from above, from the Jumbotron or whatever, this is just an LED floor. And I showed you guys a video of it. I think I can try to find it again. Yeah, here we go. But essentially, and maybe this was around last year too, I can't remember, but it does a whole bunch of crazy graphics while the game is going on. So if you're on video, maybe you can see this. But a lot of different, marketing, for sure, like a lot of different marketing and advertising ideas that can happen there. But for the most part, just a crazy optical lighting show.
Yeah, you're playing on an LED screen. That's fucking
crazy.
insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which would be really annoying for the athletes if they were doing stuff with the court while you were doing that, but while you were playing. But
no, and like
during breaks and stuff like that, you could imagine like even just doing things like marketing and advertising aside, even doing things like what people appreciate on about watching sports on the TV at home, of like, hey, let's do a timeout counter in the bottom corner. Hey, there was a penalty, boom, penalty pops up on the lower third of the court and tells you like who got a penalty or something.
Yeah,
that's crazy integration that we're talking about.
And it's crazy because like for a long time, there are certain sports, right? Like I'm a believer that American football, for example, when I say American football is a better
football
sport to
Americano.
NFL is better to watch at home than it is to watch in stadium.
For sure.
As somebody who played football for 10 years growing up, it's 100% better at home. I've been to a few different Niners games, don't need to go back.
Yeah.
But look at the tech so like we're getting a lot of the tech that's used for theme parks, for example, just on the broadcast side. We have the whole Disney did the whole Monsters Inc. thing for a game.
Oh yeah, that's right. The like avatars.
There's the Nickelodeon one too on
Nickelodeon
CBS.
Does it too, and I'm sure they're using the kind of tracking tech that's been in the theme park industry forever. If you could find a way to make football games immersive, or you can bring that experience of being at home to the field, which I'm sure we'll get to at some point, that makes it a much better experience, right? Like you could do stuff between, right? Yeah. That's what they're doing right now with the All-Star game and everything. It's like realistically, if you wanted to have those graphics for the at-home crowd, you just have the field. You can do graphics at home that overlap with whatever you want, but in person, having that kind of thing, like I would pay money. Which the NBA All-Star game is here this year, so I'm genuinely considering going.
Is it at Inglewood or is it at Staples?
It's at.
Or whatever the fuck they call it, crypto.
No, I think it might be at the Dome.
That would make sense. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but regardless, if I get to see like some new tech, I'm gonna go to that game. I'll pay whatever to just see that, like from a theme park standpoint, and like that applies to, I think like sports. Obviously, the big money comes from the TV deals. But at the same time, but at the same time, for example, MLS, a vastly growing league in the U.S. And this is, aside from being a soccer fan, it's just a fact. The World Cup is coming here, whatever.
It's growing pretty fast. I think it eclipse hockey this year. It might have.
No, it already eclipsed hockey. It eclipsed baseball this year. It beat baseball, which is
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But and wait till the World Cup comes. But regardless, a lot of the money for MLS as a league comes from in-person attendance. That is where the TV deal's not been figured out yet, but the in-person
the TV deal on
attendance
Apple
is free.
Plus is like $5. They're like, we don't care.
It's nothing.
They're like, oh, we got Messi. But regardless, like that is still soccer, for example, is a big experience sport where people still come out to feel like crazy for any game just to feel that thing. And so if other sports can start adapting that and bring the theme entertainment experience side of it, even if your team sucks, like you said, especially in baseball, for example, right? Like 162 fucking games.
In baseball, it can largely be very boring.
And if
I
your
like
team
it
sucks,
now. I didn't like
more.
it as a kid, but as I've like developed patience as an adult, I like it a lot more.
I love baseball, but
like, yeah, and also like it helps that there's, so as you alluded to, there's 162 games, so the tickets are cheap. It's like $10 to go to the Mariner games, which is
not
nice.
for us,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh yeah, when you're the Dodgers, sure.
That's the thing is like the Rockies, you just get standing room tickets because you're just gonna walk around to different bars the whole time.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like in baseball in particular, right? If you're at baseball and you're trying to make revenue off in-person attendance, and you're the Dodgers, you don't need to, right? You have Shohei Ohtani, whatever. Like people who love baseball will go. You're established fan base. Same with the Yankees or like big teams. But if you're not a big team, you're trying to find a way to get people to come to your stadium and not have a half-empty stadium because that's still revenue you're trying to make. If you're the Rockies, right? You're like you said, and this is not a dig. It's just like we were saying, they're a shit team in terms of actual gameplay.
Convincing people to come for the sport is difficult.
It's difficult. Yeah. But if you can come for same with like the Marlins, for example. The Marlins are a shit team, but they had a fucking fish tank in their stadium.
Right.
So like when I was a kid, I was like, I was a baseball fan growing up, and I never thought about the Marlins outside of like, oh wait, they have a fish tank in their stadium, and I want to go just for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, this weird intersect. The Angels, his terrible team post 2002. They have the longest playoff drought in MLB history right now, or currently. Their 2014 was the last time they did postseason, but their stadium is really cool. They have Imagineer design thing. They have right, and even when the Mariners were not a good team, you had sushi at your fucking stadium.
Dude, T-Mobile Park is ranked like best food in the country for ballpark.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
crazy. They had to find a separate attraction for
So like a lot of these teams, you still have to find attractions to bring people in. And I think that's why in the NFL you're also seeing all these crazy remodels, is because like an NFL ticket is not particularly cheap, right? Like even I'm a Chargers fan. Our team sucks.
Like the viewing experience live, like if not for the fan energy, is just like very much objectively worse.
No, I mean, one of the great like experiences that I had at a sporting event, I got to go to a Father's Day event with my bonus dad, my stepdad,
my bonus dad,
and we went to at the time AT&T Park. It was not Oracle yet, which is just that stadium is such a vibe, dude. Like
definitely
you're on the water, you know, all those little boats out, the sailboats that come by, just waiting for a home run ball. Like it's a vibe. And, we got there early. We got to do this whole Father's Day brunch that was in the, like right field, at this bar. They had donuts and beer and stuff. And then we got to go out, and we were actually standing on the field in a little fenced off area while they were doing batting practice. It was like a whole experience.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And it, like before the game even started, and got to interact with some of the players and stuff like that. Like it was just cool. And it's like, I appreciate when they come up with different ways to, like, I guess upcharge, but also like you're providing an experience, you know, like we totally felt like we got our money's worth.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said earlier, you know, with Vegas, like the Raiders and the Knights, like they sell like vacation packages to fly away fans to like fly into Vegas, and like the Knights Arena is effectively in a casino, like it's attached to a hotel casino, so you can like literally bet on the game and then go watch it. Which
Are they building the baseball stadium yet?
So they say. I haven't seen any progress.
Is it MGM Park or something that's
something like that is what
this
been presented. But no, they like don't, you know, like they're trying to make a resort feel, and sports is just a piece of it. You know, and to increase the tour. I mean, like the Raiders have some of the highest attendance in the league, and if you've watched their broadcasts, it ain't Raider fans.
No.
It's tourism.
It's just to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've been to that stadium. I went for a soccer game.
Yeah.
But like, it's an awesome stadium.
Yeah, sure.
The amenities are crazy. It's
It looks
beautiful.
insane from the side
It's-
of the road. It looks like a
But that's-
spaceship.
Allegiant? Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the thing, right? Like whenever I fly into LA, it's super cool because I see SoFi a lot of the times,
Sure.
and they have like some kind of LED display on the top of the stadium, on the roof,
Yeah.
and that's got like who would have thought? Like you could essentially promote your stadium from the roof where like
Yeah.
people are flying in, but you still see it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I also I think even going back to like as bare bones as this is, something that as a kid I loved was always to like walk out for the team. You know,
Yeah.
like in the case
Yeah.
of like the Seahawks, like you see it on TV, and then when I was at the
Yeah.
game this year, they like bring down like a bunch of trees because like it's the Northwest, and they have like a hawk head they all run out of, and an actual like osprey flies across the stadium.
That's cool.
And they just
Yeah.
like, you know, like there's something like exciting about that. I remember going to like hockey games growing up when the Sharks would play, and they'd
The
all
Shark
come out of a
Tank,
giant
dude.
shark
I
head.
thought about that too. Like I would get so excited at the Shark Tank
Yeah.
when they would drop down that big shark head and they would all come out of it. Like it was
Right,
cool.
like them trying to like, you know, our industry crosses over really intensely with theater often, right?
Yeah.
Like we are
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
basically a step further than theater on a stage. We're like
We're
3D
high tech theater. We're high tech
Right.
theater.
Yeah.
Right. We're like, I used to say we're like 360-degree theater. Right.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of what we do. And so like that was my favorite as a kid going to sports games, like the elements of that where it was like, oh, here comes the production part.
Yeah.
Here comes the light show
Like,
and the giant
even-
shark head and the music and like,
Yeah.
you know,
Even simple shit. Like I remember going, to the 49ers game, and at
Yeah.
every 49ers game they blow the foghorn at the beginning
right.
because it's
Yeah.
San
Yeah.
Francisco. And they have foghorns,
Dude,
and
Totally.
it's just like
the-
it's just an identification with the fan base, right? Of,
and
like,
the
something
area,
to
and it
latch
puts you in
onto.
a sense of
Yeah.
place.
I mean,
So-
the mascot's name is Sourdough Sam,
he's a
Yeah.
man.
and he wears
I mean,
Levi's.
Yeah, exactly.
I have two really cool ones. One, I hate this team because I'm a Dodgers fan. But the Houston Astros
Yeah,
have a fucking train, a model train that moves when they score a home run.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Isn't that fucking awesome? And then
they
like,
also have garbage cans.
well, yeah, that's different. No, I'll take it.
Ooh,
Listen,
strikes
fuck the
against
Astros.
them.
Fuck the Astros. But still, from a theme entertainment standpoint, you have a model train that blows its horn and moves. Like if I'm a kid, and I'm not a baseball fan. I'm like, that's fucking awesome, right?
Oh yeah.
Insane.
I've been to a ton of LAFC games. I'm a big soccer guy, like I said, and that's my team out here. Before every game, they have the hawk that flies around the stadium like you guys do. Our mascot technically is also a falcon, hawk, whatever.
Oh, cool.
And they have flames that they bring the LAFC letters, the big
they
LAFC letters,
burn-
and fire
they-
shoots out. But
awesome.
like it is
They
part
burn
of it,
the
right?
bird.
They burn.
No, but not at the same time. We're not making
No,
fried.
of course, of course.
But
Rather
there is
brutal.
this even look at the premier event in American sports, right? What the Super Bowl, which is like
yeah,
there are
Right.
people who don't give a flying fuck about football, but they watch it
watch
because
it.
the halftime show
yeah.
is
It's a
such an
concert.
event.
Absolutely.
It's but
Yeah.
and the production value is insane.
Totally.
So like we've been here for years. What I think is interesting now is Cosm time, is that
Sure.
we're entering a different thing where it's not just a stadium itself,
Yeah,
right?
You guys know
Cosm.
the best halftime show of all time was Creed 2001 Thanksgiving
Oh my
show.
god.
Cowboys versus Denver Broncos. At
Look
Texas
here,
Stadium.
listen.
Gross.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Can you take me high?
Hi. I'm very excited
Play into
for
a bunch
this.
of Cowboys fans.
Hey, but listen, last year was amazing because I love Kendrick, and this year I'm very excited because Bad Bunny's gonna.
Bad Bunny's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Hey, dude,
Right.
white America thought they couldn't understand last year's Super Bowl.
Look out.
Listen,
Now
well,
it's going to be
I-
in Spanish.
I'm an avid listener of Bad Bunny, and I know, and there's some songs that are gonna be fucking. They're gonna kick
Oh,
kick
yeah,
ass.
he's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Oh, it's gonna
regardless-
hit hard, dude. It's gonna
Yeah.
hit hard.
Regardless,
Green Day's
um,
doing the pre-show.
That's
I
true.
know. Well, listen,
Pre-game.
there's a reason. There's a reason Trump is not showing up and ICE is going to be there. It's because they pissed him off. But
Yeah.
good on you. Good on you, NFL. Good on you. Good on you. Respect. Regardless, Cosm, right? Like we look at the sphere, and Cosm, and you would think the Sphere would be the more successful because the Sphere is in Vegas, and they are basically the bigger version of Cosm. They're Super Cosm, whatever, right?
I think they're almost too big.
That's
no,
exactly it.
but
the
yeah,
cost is too high.
but at the same time, Cosm figured out sports, right? Like,
100%. Well, they
whereas
introduced. They have their own angles, you know, like they have cameras at the game that capture their own angles, and I feel like that was almost key to the experience.
You know what's right outside SoFi Stadium? A Cosm.
Cosm, yeah.
Cosm,
yeah. I'm sure the Dallas one is going to open or is open right outside.
It is open. Yeah,
it's right. Is it probably really close to Cowboy Stadium? I'd be surprised, or AT&T Stadium, whatever the fuck it. Where is it? I don't know. But regardless, you were able
Jerry
to...
World. I just call it Jerry World.
But like, think about the fact that you were able to... What made that a thing that what people will pay... And the tickets are not cheap. Cosm tickets are about the same as to go to a game. A little less, maybe. But what makes it unique is that you were able to bring the team entertainment tech that was used for Soarin', essentially, right? It's basically Soarin' minus the seat.
The swing, yeah.
The swing, but it's Soarin'. It's The Simpsons. It's simulator tech that's been around since early 2000s that now has been used for sports.
Cosm outside of Dallas is at the Colony, Texas, which is it's outside of Dallas, yeah. It's right next door to Frisco, where the Universal thing's going to be. Yeah.
But regardless, it's just crazy to me that, like, why is Cosm expanding so quickly is because they've tapped into sports, but they can give you an immersive experience,
a better experience than on being the TV or at the stadium. Yeah,
and it's funny because, like, I don't know if they're baseball games or
they charge stadium.
That's what I'm saying. I said it earlier. They charge, like, it's expensive. But
can you imagine what it costs to do Super Bowl there?
Oh my God.
Oh, I mean, I have friends who, even outside of sports, I watch. I have one good friend of mine who's a big UFC guy, and they show UFC matches there. And what's cheaper? The ticket is still like $100-something, $200 to go. Yeah, which is like,
and they'll play movies too. Like they played The Matrix there.
But that's not their moneymaker. Their moneymaker is the sports.
Sports, yeah.
So, like, hey, here's the tech, and instead of flying to Vegas to get a ringside seat, here is immersive tech that you can feel like you're at the ringside. And sure, it's $200, but it's cheaper than whatever, $1,000 more to be in Vegas plus hotel plus everything.
Sure.
It's crazy. And how many can we just look up how many Cosms there are right now?
Okay. Look,
there's LA, Dallas. Is that it?
I think they might be building one in Pennsylvania, like King of Prussia, because that's like a touristy area or whatever, but I could be wrong. I think that they're building a third one though. That being said, I did just look up pricing for the Super Bowl. Level 3 in the display, if you're not familiar with Cosm, they have the hall, which is essentially just really widescreen, and then the display, which is what they're famous for, which is the Dome Room Theater. Mm-hmm. 2 tickets in the Dome, 3rd level, row A, which I assume means right at the front. You just have the barrier in front of you, and then the massive screen. $825 each.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, and so they've opened 2. You're right. There's 2 open right now. There's Cosm LA and Cosm Dallas. They're opening 3 more. They're opening Atlanta,
Spencer,
Detroit,
that's
and
not
Cleveland.
The most expensive. Okay, Detroit and Cleveland. That's not the most expensive, dude. The most expensive one I'm seeing is $1,100 each.
That is,
which is level 3 row A. Yeah, that's like top and center. Yeah, it's like $1,100 each. That's wild.
And who says that these events? I mean, like they did, the film events are doing well. So who says this won't carry over to the film industry?
How much money has the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere made? Like if they do something like that at Cosm, they're gonna make a ton of money.
The lowest I'm seeing, which is like way off to the side,
they did Willy Wonka at the Sphere.
Everything's warped as fuck, and you're off to the side, and it's just one standalone seat. You don't get to have a friend. $358.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like they are making sports.
So
I went to a Chargers. I went to a Chargers Eagles game, which, like, Eagles Super Bowl champions, whatever, big fan base. that was like $100-something.
Yeah, I paid 80 to see Seahawks Cardinals in the top row.
Yeah, but still, you went. Like
Sure.
it's crazy that like, but they're becoming this, and World Cup. I have no doubt they're going to be showing games there
It's
as
the
well.
experience, dude. It's like order to your seat, like all of
Yeah.
that sort of stuff.
But
it's
without the craziness of a stadium, where it's like
Sure.
it's not as boring, right? Like, okay, hey, at a football stadium, there's a break. You're bored. What do you just sit
Yeah.
around until they reset? At Cosm, who knows what they're fucking doing? You
Also,
can just go chill.
arriving and leaving is a nightmare.
oh
Yeah,
like,
but
that's-
if you're at
oh,
Cosm, you're
100%.
not dealing with that.
No.
You don't you depending on how their parking situation is at some of these locations, you might even not have to pay for parking, which is unheard of for NFL.
Dude, the Rams charge $100 a pop to park
Yeah.
at SoFi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Crazy
it's tough in
town.
LA because like it's right next to SoFi.
Sure.
And I
But,
think they charged
um,
like 80 for us to park last time I went to a 49ers game. Like it's
But even at
crazy.
Cosm, I was like, what?
No, I haven't been to Cosm.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's,
but-
that's the thing. It's like getting out of there and just getting in your car and leaving.
And,
Sounds
and
great.
look, listen. Here's the thing: if that continues to be successful, we have 5 coming in the next 2 years
Mm-hmm.
in the U.S. What's stopping you from building it in Omaha, building it in markets in
What's-
cities where you don't have a major market team,
Sure.
but
What's
you can
stopping
all of a
you-
sudden have, like
What's stopping you from building one in the UK and just playing soccer games all day?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Or like the NFL is trying to expand to the UK. Hey, what if we
Europe,
partner
yeah.
with Cosm instead of having to do the NFL games? We'll do those too, but to also get it, we'll build a Cosm out there and show NFL games in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? So like it's fascinating to me that we've hit the point now where before it was just stadiums, but now the immersive experience is replacing in some ways
Yeah.
the in-person experience. And I'm sure Cosm is the first, and we are still in the infancy stages. We are still in they're building 5, right? In the next 2 years we'll have 5. What's it going to look like in 10 years from now when the tech gets better and they can do more with it?
Yeah.
Like, and
Real.
other companies decide, hey, we want to compete in this market. We don't want Cosm to own it. How do we level up? How do we make it more of a thing?
Right.
It's just like we are at the principles. I think we've come to the conclusion through this episode, this weird rambling thing that I've been doing for the past hour. But like the intersection is there. But
Oh, yeah.
we are now.
Yeah.
Before it was always
they're,
like, how
like-
can yeah.
They're also doing it not to cut you off, Toby. They're doing
No, go ahead, go ahead.
They have Cosm has a deal with Cirque du Soleil. Like they're showing
Yeah.
the new, I guess, yearly Cirque du Soleil changes or whatever, but they're showing the current one, and I assume they have special angles of that as well. Like it's really
Yeah.
incredible.
What
how
about
this is
what about in whatever 5 years they figure out how to put a good 4K camera in your quarterback's helmet. It sounds
Yeah.
stupid, but like
No,
what
I
if
mean,
you
they
could
mic
what
them
if
up already.
what
Like,
if
it's not
what
that
if
far off.
what if you could watch the game from both quarterbacks' point of view at Cosm?
I mean, they do. So there's, I don't know if you guys know about this, but like for like the actual like practices, the quarterbacks wear a virtual reality headset sometimes and literally are practicing
Yes.
in a virtual
Yes.
reality environment,
Yeah.
like
It-
of the other team's defense, right? So it's like, yeah, it's not that far off. It's pretty amazing.
It's just crazy to me that before it was really how could you elevate the sports experience using theme entertainment elements, and now you have theme entertainment fully taking over the sports experience.
taking over sports,
Well,
and
and
how do you make it even more? I mean, think about like when Levi Stadium was built. It was such a seminal moment because it was next door to a theme park, and it was like we're gonna make this whole
Right.
complex a
Yeah.
resort, almost right. Like that, and that Vegas obviously took that to another degree, but like that's kind of the idea with SoFi too. And the Intuit Dome is all nearby in Inglewood. They're trying to make this whole area like a complex for attractions,
It's the
effectively.
entertainment capital of LA or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they call Universal Studios Hollywood. But yeah,
Right.
Fuck it,
Slop.
dude. Like, yeah, Orlando. If I'm Orlando,
Yeah.
build a
Have
giant
one
football
central
stadium.
place to
Try
come
to
and eat
get.
all your
I
slop.
mean, they have one freaking for Wide World of Sports, but it's not. I mean, obviously the football
No,
teams are in
but
Jacksonville and Miami.
if you build a big enough stadium, it's just like the two are intersecting and the tech is getting better.
yeah, for sure.
When's
yeah.
Cosm gonna come to Disney World? You know,
Oh,
like,
I'm sure that's been discussed.
Yeah.
Because like that Disney Springs, prime complex for a Cosmo,
Oh, it would do
For sure.
gangbusters
For sure.
there.
right? And like there,
yeah.
like you don't have a football team. Orlando only has two pro sports teams, the Orlando
With
City
Orlando
FC.
yeah.
Yeah, but like still, you don't have you have a basketball team, but no football team. You have no baseball team, and you have no hockey team. Okay, guess what? We can bring this here now. Through
You can watch the
Cosmo.
Super Bowl in Disney World.
Yeah,
And then in a day later, when the team does the parade, you can go to it, right?
You could be
they
at
could
the
sell
parade.
tickets. Like
Like
they could sell
a
ticket
package,
packages.
a package,
The Super
yeah,
Bowl Orlando
exactly.
package. Yeah, for sure.
And so like and what's going to, as the tech gets better, when are we going to start seeing more immersive, we're seeing some. We're seeing like, SoFi has the really cool, like the giant wraparound jumbo. It's not a jumbotron. It's that really cool thing. I'm sure as we
LED.
get bigger and better for other sports, it's going to be a thing. I'm sure we'll have a ton of like failures that will, try and it won't work, but the intersection has gotten to a point now where the tech is at the point where it can really, the hard thing with sports back in the day was it's their dynamic games where it's fast paced, and the tech was not there to catch up with that stuff in real time. Where at a theme park attraction or a show, you have control through everything. But now where the tech is getting to the point where you can do a fully protract, animated game like they did with Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
You can do an LED basketball court. Okay, great. Guess what? Now hockey stadiums can have LED fields, or basketball courts can have LED things in person for every game, where it's not as now it's still flashy, right? With the All-Star game or whatever, it's going to be like, oh, let's show really cool graphics. But like, hey, we can integrate this technology into the regular gameplay, and then there's a foul or something on the field, we can show that using this tech.
Sure.
In person for the players and so like now we're like, oh, we can do this. So we're getting these big, crazy shows of look what we can do. But when they're like, oh, wait, now we have a tech, we know how to test it for big events. Now we can integrate this into day by day games, right? Like regular season games where we can actually use it to benefit the players and the going experience for a baseball game, for a basketball game, a hockey game where you have 80 something, 100 something games a season. It's still an experience. So like to me, it's like we're like, I think in the next 10 years, sports are going to look radically different.
Totally.
For sure.
And
I mean, I just find it.
Yeah.
I find it fascinating. Like Cosm specifically, you'll see this a lot on social media. They have this big wide shot of the at back of the end zone underneath the the field goal, and like how cool to have your team score and that player is like doing their celebration in life size right in front of you. Like we had
bigger.
I'm sure you guys,
crazy.
I'm sure you guys remember like how a few years back they were like sports were really pushing VR. Like they were really pushing like watch the NBA in your VR goggles and your and whatever.
Vomit watching the NBA in your VR goggles.
And obviously that seemed to not really catch on, but I feel like the creators of Cosm and similar experiences looked at like how in big games you have those like city watch parties, like they have them across the street from Coors Field here whenever the Avs are in the playoffs or the Nuggets or whoever. Like
sure,
there's a giant watch party there, massive widescreen that's
a big
up on
thing.
a hotel, like it's mounted
part
on
of
a
sports.
hotel, huge widescreen. Like I think that you look at that as like a big public gathering of, hey, all these people came to watch this together. How could we like blend that with the actual feeling of being at the game? And that's just like a really creative, like a risk for sure. But like what an intersection of sports and entertainment that hadn't been done before.
I mean, look at another sport that's growing incredibly fast in the US right now, which is F1. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not a big my brother is a diehard F1 fan. He's a car guy. I'm not a car guy, but like still it's crazy how much F1 has grown. Also
Massive.
it's also like a sport that has really been able to capture the female demographic, which is awesome. It's crazy. A lot of my F1 fans that I know are women, which is amazing. Like for some reason F1 you would think like traditionally speaking, oh, whatever car. No, it's captured so F1 has become this thing that's transcending what sports are. What if you could put a camera inside the car the whole time? And you can make it immersive.
Right.
So like you're in, or you do like you combine 4DX or simulator technology with F1 where you can feel like you're racing alongside the person. Right?
Yeah.
Vegas paid I don't know how much
coming,
to have the
dude.
Vegas Grand Prix. So like these things
It's
are just
coming.
there. The community
they
side
have
of it is
the
big.
F1 arcade, like that I've actually been to. Like they have the
Yeah.
F1 arcade, which is its
Yeah.
own proprietary simulator video game, essentially, where you get to experience that while also getting drunk and driving virtually.
I mean, it's
But
and it's a
They're
sport that's
bridging
just
that
like
gap.
yeah, dude. That sport is crazy. It's a technology heavy sport. It's one where like traditionally you think of in the nastiest way like oh sports men whatever blah 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 blah.
Right.
But with F1 it's like it's breaking those barriers, which is amazing, right? And it's not like you're not having the kind of it's like it's a sport for everybody, and then it's a sport prime for immersive tech. So like you've
It
got
is,
a sport that is not like football or like what or baseball, like tradition. It's a thing. Like I cannot get Ellie to watch a fucking football game for the life of me. She hates it, and I get it. Football is stupid.
So does
I
Nicole,
admit.
sure.
Yeah, football is a stupid sport. F1 has a grace to it, right? Or like the Olympics or whatever sports where like you don't have to no longer be stuck to either or, and then you have the immersive experience. So your fan base is bigger, right? Your fan base is bigger than it's ever been. You're breaking barriers in that sense, and then you're also it's something primed for this kind of tech. So you've got both sides of that thing, right? Or it's no longer a male dominated fan base. It's whoever. It's like what you love. And then you've got we can put you in the car as you're also
Yum, you're
fucking
yum.
watching the race.
Yum your yum.
No, but it's I think it's fascinating. I think like the sports that can try to find a way to break out of these old whatever sports have been in the past and can break out of that, they're going to replace that. They're going to be a big sport. Literally like and I say this like with the most it's crazy. Like F1 is just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, it's become this big. I have friends who stay up early or wake up at 6 a.m. to watch an F1 race in Europe.
Sure.
And that was like it's been like the last 5 years, which is like crazy to me. But I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. You figured out what the American sports market never figured out, for the longest time. So
funny.
and that is a sport that is going to only get better with time as tech becomes better because F1, speaking.
I mean, they closed down Vegas when it's going on.
But
They cover the whole city.
But like and the tickets that are ridiculously expensive,
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
right? And
Especially if
also,
you want to be able to walk around the whole like celebration and everything.
Definitely.
sure.
and I don't know. I just think F1 is one of those sports where it's like it's getting bigger. Also, it's a sport where you can't get the bullshit argument of like, oh, men and women can't compete because physical, whatever. Bullshit. F1. If you're a driver, it doesn't. No, I'm
driving.
serious though.
Yeah.
You're driving.
No,
you're driving
you're
a
right.
car.
Yeah.
And that's been a big barrier for a lot of times. It's like, why do I want to watch 11 dudes, murder each other on a field?
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter. It's like, hey, this sport can be anybody's, and I think it's once the immersive tech is there, and maybe the sport is like, hey, this can be any gender because it should, and the fan base is already there. Like it's crazy how strong the female fan base is for F1. You have a formula to just take over the sports industry altogether in the U.S. So I don't know. I just think it's fascinating where we are with tech and everything altogether, and who knows where it's going to lead to in the next 20 years. Right now, the Vegas Grand Prix has been around for like 5 years less. It's fairly new,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? F1 has just found popularity. Give it a few years. Give it a few years. Let them F1 is not an American dominated sport. It's European. They're much more progressive than we are. Thank God.
What was the character in Cars? Francesco, the Italian racer.
Yeah. No. But I mean, the best racers are not American. So like,
Yeah, of
I'm
course,
sure at some
it's
point
European.
it'll happen. The fan base is there. it's like, I just think you introduce immersive tech where you can be in a seat that moves, or you feel the
Right.
forces of an F1
Dude, I
thing.
mean, we've talked about it already, but the F1 arcade is a really cool idea. That's huge. So
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Also, we
I mean,
have-
super
we have-
accessible too.
Car theme parks exist now.
yeah,
Two Ferrari
and
Worlds.
Ferrari Land,
I've been to one.
And soon
I don't know,
Piston Peak.
I mean, that's a sports theme park almost in and of
Yeah,
itself.
it
a
is.
bit.
It is. Ferrari
pretty
sucks right now, though.
fascinating.
In terms
Sure.
of F1, everyone hates
Yeah.
Ferrari. So I don't know. I just think we're at such an interesting intersection of like, of the technology and sports trying to find a way to just continue to evolve and grow. And I mean, they have to move past, the model of yesteryear. Baseball's had to
Totally.
evolve just as a sport in general, because if you're not a baseball fan, it's a boring fucking sport. Let's be real. I love baseball to death. I love it to death.
Sure.
Right? And so so they've had to evolve. I don't know. It's just NBA, like we said, like the NBA Cup, and now these crazy fields and these crazy four things. Football, which is the biggest moneymaker in the world.
Yeah.
I think outside of soccer.
Added
right?
a week a few years back, right?
Yeah, added a week, but now
17 games.
But
yeah.
now, how do you get kids into football? Oh, make it Monsters Inc. or make it SpongeBob, and you can
Totally.
do that because the tech is there. What if you
no,
could find a way to do that in person? Like, even more of a reason to fucking go. So
When that whole thing started, I feel like I remember when they really started getting good a few years back at the translucent ads, especially in hockey games, that looked like they were beneath the ice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And the players would just skate right over them flawlessly, and I was like, "Damn,
it's amazing.
That's a good graphic." And now we have like LED flooring, which isn't just going to be for people, getting information for people watching on TV. It'll be for people there, entertainment and information there in person. So you can only imagine, like, as technology gets further, what that would be like for even sports that are played on turf or whatever,
Totally. Yeah.
it's only going to get crazier.
I mean,
And,
listen, for some sports you have to kind of go out. I mean, look at what Heated Rivalry did to fucking hockey.
Dude,
right?
Honestly, what a great show.
What a great
It's
genuinely,
so good. Yeah.
genuinely, like it is so impressive what that has done to hockey.
Nicole was telling me that there's like a trend on TikTok of girls going to hockey games and calling it the boy aquarium, and I think that's so funny.
Good.
Yeah.
You know what? if I'm the NHL, I'm saying we found
I'm
a new
leaning
fan base.
into it. Hell yeah! I'm
And-
selling Heated
and I
Rivalry collection merchandise. Like I'm going for it.
Ottawa's doing it now. The Senators are doing.
I mean, they're like fake teams in the show, but like they're
it
clearly
doesn't-
the Bruins and
it-
the Canadians. Like they have
it
new
does-
colors.
Yeah,
Doesn't
and
matter.
like
yeah.
and like it's like for like I said earlier, forever it's a big thing with traditional sports, right? How do you break into different markets? How do you
How
not
do you
get
break
stuck with
out of the like male dominated
the I love sports teams,
rah
right?
sports. Yeah.
Right. And so like you're finding different ways, and I think making it an experience that you can enjoy even if you don't care about the game itself is such a big part of that.
Adding
and now,
full other facets to the experience for sure.
and I mean it's proving successful. Like I said, F1, right? Like and now this with hockey was struggling for a bit here, right? Like hockey was really struggling, and now it's found a second win because of a show.
Yeah, and like we said, like
And I'm happy for it.
Stadiums and these new stadiums for all different kind of sports are like implementing immersive themed park entertainment, theme park like technology, right? Like they're trying to find ways to bring it into the modern space to make the stadium the attraction itself more so than even the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and
Oh,
I mean, the theme nights are already such a big thing for every.
Oh yeah.
The
I went to
theme-
the
let me talk
Mariners
about that.
Hello Kitty night, dude. I have a plushie.
I mean, not even that. Let's talk about like the what the Kraken have done for the LGBTQ community. They're like
Huge.
the most. Their
Yeah.
designs are like lauded across the board.
This is
for
my
what
cool
they have
thing,
done.
actually. But when I went to the Kraken game this last week, I guess I'll just say it early before we even get to that section. Beyond the inclusion, which Seattle they should be. That's like the first carbon neutral arena in the world.
Yeah.
And
right.
so inside the arena, they have like a whole like giant, probably 50-foot long wall. That's a museum exhibit about how they do that and the things they recycle and how they have like interactive elements like showing you how they do it. And it's like
it's like an edutainment aspect.
Totally, exactly. It's
It
like a science
doesn't
center
just-
exhibit inside the hockey rink. And it's like that's so cool.
It's amazing. Like
Yeah.
truly seeing the evolution of understanding. A lot of the fun of sports is the community aspect.
Sure, that's the most fun part of it, right? Yeah.
It's the best part. It's the best.
You don't
it's
actually
why
have an impact on the games. You like the camaraderie. Yeah.
It's why I love soccer. I mean, I was, growing up in LA, like LA Galaxy was like the most successful team in MLS, Beckham, whatever. LAFC showed up and they were like, hey, we're going to really build on the Mexican American community, the Korean American community. And that's LA. LA, that is a demographic.
Right.
And all of a sudden that team overlapped
They're
the
huge.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
They're huge. But because they tapped into what the community wants to do, you want to go celebrate with people who look like you, who feel like you, who make up that city. And so you bring in theme entertainment to that aspect, right?
Absolutely.
And all of a sudden, like, hey, you know what? Disney can be Disney and do Pride Night and then go ahead and build a resort in Abu Dhabi, you know? But if a team really is committed to that, I'm serious, but if a team can really commit to that,
you're right.
and then make it an event that is like, hey, you know what? I have a bunch of, I'm queer, I have queer friends, whatever it is, and like we don't care about the sport, but we want to go be seen and have fun together. I'm going to go to a Pride Night, or I'm Latino. I literally am. They have a Latino night for my thing. Hey, I'm going to go to this to be with my community. So like introducing that event aspect to it is how you expect, because you're there, right? You're there and you're like, I'm here to be with my people and to feel seen. Oh my God, wait a second. This game's actually pretty fun. It's a fun sport to watch. Oh wait, I like this. I'm gonna keep, and this team cares about me. It's not.
Yeah, that's
like,
always been the struggle with hockey, and that's what everyone will tell you is hockey live is like a whole different game. And every time you bring someone to a hockey game, they're like, "Whoa, that was so fun!" Watching it on TV is way less fun than
rough.
in person. It's like when you see it in person, and there's a themed night, and there's the whole experience. You're like, "This is the cool."
It's so
Because it's
exciting.
soccer on ice, right? That's what it is.
Yeah,
and
it's beautiful.
Like, it has that feeling to it. Yeah,
faster and more violent.
It's crazy. My number 2 team is baseball, but if you ask me outside of soccer stadiums, what is the most stadiums I've been to? It's hockey.
Oh yeah,
I love going to hockey games live. No, seriously.
It's a blast.
And so like I think it's like I was just saying, introduce this event technology into the community side of things and realize who your city is and what they want to see. It's a home run. You don't, and then all of a sudden, it's not just a TV deal, so you have to worry about. It's like, oh my God, the in-person attendance. If I can get a sold-out stadium for 80 games, 160 games, I'm making serious revenue.
I can only imagine like how absolutely sold out Cosm is going to be during the Olympics and the World Cup for that matter.
Sure.
But like, especially for the Olympics when they're in town,
it's going to be
also
rough.
just seeing, I guess, like, that'll be a couple years from now, but like seeing how the city comes alive during that will be really fun to watch. But also just the technologies that we've been talking about here that might be incorporated, like it'll be the Summer Olympics, so maybe we'll have some LED courts for the basketball.
We've got 2 years,
tennis.
so we don't know.
It'll be like, what crazy things could they do to revolutionize how they're
and
not
this
only telecasting but changing the experience for people there as well.
This brings me to something I want to throw up there is like, where do you see this intersection going in the next 10 years? Take your time. I'm just curious because like, no, I like we are at such the rate at which I've seen Cosm grow, the rate at which I've seen these animated games in the NFL grow, at which I've seen projection mapping at the World Cup in hockey, immersive stadiums and basketball grow. And we're at the baby stages. We're taking our first baby steps. Give it 10 years with the money that sports has, because sports will never go away, but now having a way to reach new audiences and make things entertaining, what is your prediction or what is your dream of where these two things intersect in the next 10 years?
I'm almost going to go back to kind of what we were touching on earlier about watching the Super Bowl at Disney World. I feel like it's going to be like that. I mean, they're especially these big like theme park companies for sure that have a lot of capital to spend. Like they're already involved in sports, in live sports, right? Universal, NBC
yeah.
Sports, Disney, ESPN. So like,
Sure,
you have direct avenues there. You have you have 4D theaters at the parks. Like I feel like it's a natural thing, even if it's not. I think you would relegate that more to like nobody's gonna want to pay an entry ticket to the theme park in order to watch a sport for half the day, right? So I think you relegate that more to downtown Disney, City Walk, whatever.
We totally forgot to mention something.
You can totally
I'm sorry.
go there.
Wait,
yeah,
guys,
for sure.
we're all Universal fans here. We love what Universal's doing. NBC Sports Grill.
It's in both City Walks. Yeah.
It's in both
sports
City
bar.
Walks, and if you want to watch sports, it's a great place. But it's still got that very. I can't think of another term.
Sure.
But like, you know what I mean? Like very.
It's a sports bar. Yeah.
Rah.
Yeah, rah,
They
rah.
have like
Feels
memorabilia and stuff, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yard
But at the
housey or whatever.
Yeah, but if you can find a way to make that more accessible for families and
Sure.
and other people besides your typical sports fans, I'm sorry, I love sports, but like that's what I think about when I think a lot of sports fans.
Sure.
That's also having a girlfriend who watches me watch football, so she's like, this is a stupid ass fucking sport. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
It's so erg.
Of course.
But if you can bring it in, to the point where you're like, it's an event in City Walk. All right, I don't want to go to a fucking sports grill with my family to go see this, but hey, there's a family friendly event that's super fun, and I feel included. I'm sure City Walk. Who do you think gets it first? Actually, Cosm, Disney or Universal? Who wins?
Probably Disney.
You think Disney beats them to it?
I mean, they may be resistant to it because, like you said, they've tried to do their own sports thing in Disney Springs before. So it could be Universal, I guess. But I would imagine Disney just would try.
Yeah.
I could see Universal. I don't know how this is going to sound. I could see Universal like licensing out and making a deal with Cosm, whereas Disney, I almost picture more like we'll just do our own version of that.
But Disney already has had a deal with the NFL now, right? Because
That's why
of the
Disney, they just have shown more interest in sports before.
Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe Universal wants to get on it, and Universal's doing shit right now. So
Oh, for sure. And I think there's something about the UFC group trying to do some kind of attraction. I forget what it was. I saw some article about it. So
I mean, shit, there was a whole haunted house that was professional fighting.
yeah, wrestling. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, WWE and Universal. That's true. Good
there's
point.
the WWE.
Oh,
haunted
we didn't talk
house
about
and
that. Yeah, they had their
Universal.
first sports house.
That
A
was
sports haunted house on
sports
both
haunted
coasts.
house
That was
I thought
crazy.
was pretty fucking dumb, but like I mean, it was certainly
big
a
run.
promotional thing
Bro.
because NBC or Peacock had some WWE rights. I believe.
Do you imagine
it made sense.
Mhm.
An NFL house at Horror Nights?
Oh, Jesus. Everyone has CTE.
The final room is Shador.
It's just CTE the whole time.
Leo Brown chasing you naked.
Yeah. Then at the end, it's a robotic Roger Goodell at the end.
Hello.
Get back
No,
out there.
Who would be scarier? Actually, I think Tom Brady or Bill Belichick would scare me more to see in person as an animatronic.
Yeah, except it's
but,
like actually Bill Belichick.
Sean Payton's
just
paying
there.
robot players to headhunt and take out knees.
One of the rooms is just the substation.
Yeah.
It's like your and then your leg
Just
blows
vibrates.
up.
There's like lightning
Yeah.
on the walls and
You're like,
people's
"Ah!"
legs blow up. No!
the Tua simulator.
Oh no!
The
Okay,
room just starts spinning. You have to throw
Jimmy
a ball.
Butler, no.
Yeah.
I got Lane's answer earlier to the 10 years question. What's yours, Spence?
Oh, well, I think he's certainly somewhere I would agree with of like the resort build out of the Disney, like go to a
Yeah.
Cosm in the, retail area of a theme
Disney
resort and then go to a
Springs or
park or
whatever.
something. Disney obviously already has the parades. So there's something there too. I don't know. I think that I think you could even do it a step further, like how Levi Stadium had a theme park next door to the ballpark. I think you could do something where it's like there's a roller coaster in a park or something insane. Like
I was about to say
even
that.
more attraction elements in the actual stadium of the game.
So
Mom and or dad
they
and
have,
daughter,
like,
dad and son
playgrounds,
could can go ride the ride in
Or-
the back area of the park, and you can
and not
watch or vice versa.
you are
MLB
right on.
stadiums have batting cages.
Oh
you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm getting there with what you were saying. I was thinking of like Bowser Jr.'s challenge at
Totally a sport
Nintendo.
thing. You're jumping up and down.
Yeah. So like you put that in any basketball, football, hockey, soccer arena, and like, hey, all right, my kids are not super into the game just yet, or I want to get them in to come to see a game with me, right? And okay, whatever. My kids are like, want to go to a soccer game? That's boring. Or a football? Why? Oh,
Boring,
but look,
yeah.
But you have these experiences. You're tired out. You're gonna sit at the thing and you're gonna watch it. So like maybe not even a roller coaster. Maybe it's just like a VR,
interactive
attraction
things
type things at stadiums where you can.
And they've
go.
already like touched on it a bit. There's like the football throwing simulators in a lot of different football parks. There's one at Lumen,
But
but just a step further, like an actual like
most-
walkthrough.
Yeah, or power up band type thing. You know, Nintendo has that. Where like, hey, you can. All right, you and your wife, you and your husband, whatever, are both big fans of this team, or your husband or your wife is a big fan of this team. All right, fine. We're gonna go watch them. Our kids want to do something in the meantime, right? So. Yeah. I will watch the game and they want to go do whatever. Oh, you can collect points at different parts of the stadium.
Sure.
And who's going to win the game?
It becomes almost like an interactive video game.
Exactly. While they're
like
watching.
The My Player in 2K, like you could do like a simulated experience.
Exactly.
Of being a player.
Exactly.
So like the experience was trying to do, but if it was built into the Magic Arena, I bet it would do better.
Yeah, or any sport, whatever it is. Like you're at an F1 race and they have a whole thing that week where it's like, hey, you can go actually come race other players.
And if you win, if you have the high score in the arcade, you get to meet a driver or something. You know, there's lots of ways to
or
do
you get
this.
special merch for that. Okay, whoever gets the top score at the end of this game gets VIP tickets for the next game.
Totally.
Nice.
There's so many ways to do that.
Right? And then it's like, hey, by the way, you can buy a season-long wristband that you can use whatever it is, right? Like sports are no longer sorry, go ahead.
Just the game,
arenas.
Right?
Yeah, no. Most I feel like sports stadiums and arenas at this point also have like their own really in-depth and well-funded museums, like with the history of the team, and like they have at least the one big team store that's basically like
a tribute store.
A tribute store to the team.
They're
right?
really impressive.
Like,
they're cool.
With photo ops,
with like photo ops, totally. Yeah.
So like
they're
it's
themed
building.
retail.
It's giving you reasons to go explore, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And
I walk around anytime I go to a new stadium. Like I'm there for the game, obviously, but I also walk around and just look at stuff.
Right. Yeah.
The demo has changed. It's no longer just like the 1950s, 60s. Dad likes sports. That's gone. Everyone likes sports now. Sports are inclusive. People want to go see sports, regardless of whatever their background, orientation, whatever it is. Okay, let's give them an experience.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, it's culture
Let's
at the end
make
of the day.
it's
like
culture at the end of the day.
experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's give them something that makes it beyond just what's going on the field. Even if I'm the fucking Rockies, White Sox, what's a shitty Browns,
Sabres,
Jets,
in hockey,
Sabres.
Sabres,
Oh man, poor Buffalo.
Oof.
Although they're pretty good this year, which is bizarre.
Hey man, I want Buffalo to win something because like I was really rooting for the Bills this season.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, if Haley Steinfeld has a breakout role, I mean she's had a breakout, but like this was
Sinners,
was like Sinners was like it was the year for Sinners, and I'm like, and if Josh Allen wins a Super Bowl when she is in an Oscar dominating box office dominating movie, it'd be amazing.
Power couple, yeah.
Oh my god, poor Shamik Moore. He's like trying. I'm like, you're not. Poor Buddy. He's out there like, oh, I don't want.
Dude, he's swinging for fences everywhere he turns, and he's. Just
I know, and
singles.
I'm like, buddy, listen, Josh Allen is a wonderfully weird dude, and and you're not going to compete with him. I'm so sorry.
No, brother. No.
I'm sorry, brother. Like, I love you. I love the Spider-Verse movies, but you're competing with the golden retriever of the NFL. Good luck.
True. Everyone likes him.
Who doesn't like Josh Allen?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that just, I just think sports are evolving past what our preconceived notions of them are, and I think if you could integrate the family and whatever it is, more people into it, it's not just the game itself. Bring them into the community side, into the experience side of it all. And
Absolutely
then you will grow your league. It's not just what's going on in the field. Like, people, that's not how you get people to be a fan. Like, they're, I'm
make the experience worth it. Like Noah, all of our friends became the biggest Rams fan after going to the Rams Seahawks Thursday night game. Like, that guy became obsessed.
Yeah. No, it's a big thing. Like for me, like a big thing in soccer is like, and we've talked about this with a bunch of friends of mine. It's like, you want your friends, your family to be a fan of your team. Take them to a game.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, if the game is not just a sport, right? If I'm trying to get somebody who's not into baseball, and I make the experience that much more fun for them, then all of a sudden they're like, hey, I had a great time, and that great time carried over to watching the game. And all of a sudden I have a good experience of, yeah. I don't know, but it's just, I think I'm hoping we're right. And sports continue to evolve.
Sure.
And this is a way that I'm hoping sports teams realize this is how you build different kinds of fan bases.
Absolutely. I agree. No, I think it's a way to, it's a really fascinating future for that kind of thing. Definitely.
So, and hopefully it means more work for all of us nerds in this industry.
Oh, yes.
I've
been seeing a lot of opportunity with FIFA for the World Cup in my LinkedIn, and I'm like, interesting.
I'm in the same boat. So we're looking for projects there. So like we're all the and I mean the NFL is going to keep growing and looking for stuff to do outside of it, and the NFL at least is caring about it and trying to expand. So like,
definitely,
I think for theme park, even if you're a theme park, one of the 30 people who listen to our podcast, and you're a theme park nerd, and you're like, I don't care about sports. It's like, hey, but there might be work for you.
Yeah.
And you could really impact people's lives.
There's
outside
an intersection there.
Yeah.
Oh, there really is. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I think, live entertainment. There's definitely
at the end of
crossover.
Oh yeah.
End of the day, we're all in the same thing of like creating memories, and sports create memories. So
absolutely.
Yeah, working in live sports is what led me into this industry.
Yeah, you worked at Fox.
That's true. I forgot you worked. Yeah. You are the one person out of all of us who actually worked in the sports industry.
Oh yeah, you worked at Fox Sports.
There's definitely a lot of crossover there, and it made me want to follow my passion for doing more themed and pop-up entertainment stuff.
Yeah. Well, even like I think about sometimes, even beyond even like the experience, but like the food at ballparks, like there's a show writer somewhere who's coming up with like fun like ideas for food in a ballpark that's like to be in the theme of the world. Like that's a job that's in the themed entertainment industry. Like think about like the Mariner example, like the Itchy roll is a sushi roll because of Itchy.
I literally,
that's so funny. That's so cute.
I want to go for a Mariners game just for the sushi and the food.
Because it's funny and it's like that's the experience, right? Or like the Dodger dog or whatever, the Cub dog, like all these variations of hot dogs. Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to go to Coors Field for the experience, not for the team. I'm a Dodgers fan.
I want to go to the Brewers ballpark and try all the different Milwaukee brews.
I want to go to Wrigley Field for the history, like
Wrigley Field's cool, man.
Yeah, like these stadiums are like. So like I guess to end our conversation on there is a huge intersection. It's going to continue to grow because we're all at the end of the day in experiential and live events.
Yeah,
and. I mean, if you can build community and immerse people in an experience, they're going to love it. They're going to have a good time. It doesn't matter if you're baseball, hockey, football, soccer. I would say cricket, but that's the only sport I haven't been able to get into. God damn, that sport
Every
is
time I go to an Indian restaurant, it's on the TV, and I'm always confused what's happening.
It's not so. It's like it's 3 days. I played cricket, and I've been like, I don't understand this
3 days
sport.
long?
There are games that are multiple days long. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
God, it's like
Yeah.
Quidditch.
Which
Quidditch
is a real
is-
sport, which started from
I played it.
entertainment, and
I
is a
played
real
it.
sport.
I played it.
Emerson
You
had
did,
a
brother.
Quidditch team.
Oh yeah.
I
so
played. I was on.
Harvard.
I played that team. I was on. I played.
You were on the Emerson Quidditch team?
No, I stopped at a certain point where I was like, I can't take this seriously anymore
Dude.
because I'm running with
They
PVC.
played like Harvard.
Yeah, Harvard has a team. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, I'm a huge Potter fan. I love Potter, but also, JK.
Toby,
So
I would have been so excited to hear you were on the Emerson Quidditch team. That would have just made my whole life.
I got one of my friends from high school. He's in the arts too, and he was at Berkeley, and we both joined the Boston Quidditch League.
Oh my god.
And we
I would've
played
done that with you. I
we
would've
played
totally
for
played.
3 or 4 games, and we realized they took it all very seriously.
A little too
And I was
intense.
guys, you have a PVC pipe between your legs. Calm yourself. The snitch, the snitch is a tennis ball in a sock. Calm yourself.
How do you find it? Does someone just like yeet it in the air?
So no. So how it works is you usually tend to have a very athletic, strong person who is a snitch on
who's
your
just
team.
running around?
Yes, they're running around and they have a snitch tucked into their pants.
This
And
seems
they're
like
usually
ripe for issues.
or a very steamy HBO show. Anyway,
Heated
so like
brooms. Get on it.
heated
HBO.
yeah, just don't let JK write any of it.
Here's what I'll tell
No,
you, Spencer. I got paid to record to record the college's live sports and live stream them on the internet. I never once worked a Quidditch game.
You didn't work. They call
No,
it curious
no, but it's
Quidditch.
big. It's a thing. So basically, they usually get wrestlers, like people who did wrestling in college, to play the
just tackle
snitch
them?
because you can tackle. You can tackle in
my
Quidditch.
God.
So like you would get
insanity.
whoever the snitch is. If you're basically trying to get from their pants the ball with the sock with the ball in it. And they're wrestling each other. So you have to wrestle the person on a broomstick and not get hit and get the thing from them.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm serious.
no, he's not.
I
No.
played multiple. I played this game. I played
You
this.
have to tackle someone
my
and remove
dorm-
a sock with a ball in it from their pants?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
My dorm window had,
HBO.
looked right
HBO.
out on the Boston
Dude, it writes
Common, and I
itself.
could see. I
Yeah,
could see
that's
him
where I
down there
played.
just
That's where I played.
going for
That's
it.
where I played, and I was like,
Toby, you're the best. This is
no, but-
incredible news.
no, but we got to my friend and I are both at a point, and we're both artsy fartsy weirdos, but we're both like, this is a little. You guys are taking this a little too seriously.
This is the greatest day of my life.
No. It's basically tackle football rules for Quidditch.
Fuck yeah. That's so
I'm just
awesome.
saying, HBO, come on, heated
Sign me up.
rivalry season 2,
Curious
Quidditch players, curious Quidditch, and it's two hunks, and
people were into it, man. They're like, "Are you gonna go watch the Quidditch match over at MIT today?"
no, but you imagine you
I'd be
you
so
get
locked in.
listen, you get 2 hunks for the show, and it is like the third episode, second episode. It's the seeker tackling the snitch, and there are these
Someone's
2
hands go a little
exactly
little
too,
crazy.
a little too crazy, and they're just, you know what I mean, on the
They
everyone else
look
is
at each
playing.
other and they're like,
It's like I have to get the ball from you. It's like, you can get my other ball. You know what I mean?
there it is.
Good.
HBO, you can save yourself from the Potter disaster you're doing right now. Make heated
that.
rivalry season 2 Quidditch.
Listen, I'm not even trying to disparage Heated Rivalry. That show's amazing.
No, I'm saying
But yeah, Quidditch smut, I'm all in.
one is a seeker, one is a snitch. And they gotta attack. They gotta wrestle. They gotta
tagline.
wrestle.
He was a sneaker or a seeker.
Seeker, she was a snitch.
Yes.
And I'm like, you thought hockey was steamy? Get out of here. Quidditch. I want to see he was a Rugby.
The rest
Rugby's.
is history.
Good Lord.
Let me tell you.
7 seasons.
Let me tell you, I have a lot of female queer friends, and women's rugby is very popular among
I'm
them.
sure. Yeah.
Season 2,
There's
women's
an
rugby.
eroticism to
Season
sports,
2,
absolutely.
women's rugby or Quidditch. Either or. Make your pick. HBO, you'll make millions. Come on.
Well, this all started
we-
because Quidditch came to mind as a entertainment piece that became an
Yeah.
actual sport. Got a little off the rails.
Yeah,
but
it went the opposite direction.
HBO, goddammit, do it, you cowards.
We got it'll be a spin-off of the new show, dude. It'll be a spin-off
Yeah.
of the new Harry Potter.
Dude, they're gonna do but heated rivalry. We'll get football. We're gonna get soccer. I think baseball is too. I don't know how you do a baseball heated rivalry. It's not that physical. But like football and soccer, come on,
easy. Yeah.
easy layups. Basketball, maybe.
Layups.
Wrong sport.
Layups.
We went off topic.
Anyway,
Anyway,
we did already get Spencer's cool thing of the day, Toby. Or
Cool
oh,
thing of the week.
I also didn't say my. I did see it. Well, I thought it would be like in 10 years, whatever.
Oh yeah, what would it be?
yeah. Well,
I think I said it. I said like the power up bands or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
like,
you did. That's
bringing
right.
those.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we agreed. We agreed. Cool thing of the week. Fuck, what did I do this week? Did I talk about Frankenstein last week? I did, right?
you did. Yeah, you did.
I don't know. I haven't done that much. What did I do? Oh, yes, I did. I'm fucking stupid. My one of my really good friends. It was his birthday, and he did it at this. It's his place in Burbank out here. It's
Okay.
Burbank is the real Hollywood of LA, by the way.
Yeah, I love
All
it.
right. Yeah.
And so it was like this place where it's a giant, it's a mix. It's a role-playing game shop, a cat rescue,
Oh, I'm so
and
in.
a cat rescue, and you can rent out spaces to play games.
Yep.
Immersive, like role-playing games. And
Yup.
each room you can rent out is themed to a different theme. So we were in the seance room, but they have a Hobbit one, they have a Star
Yep.
Trek one. It's massive. They took over these old office buildings. It's called Geeky Teas. Because you can also buy
my God.
tea they make over
All I
there.
gotta say is,
No,
Sounds like a good time.
it is one of the coolest spots I've been to.
That
Like,
sounds tasty.
The theming is amazing, and playing RPGs with your friends in
Dude, that sounds
any
awesome,
of-
actually.
No, like, and you can rent out the rooms. Like,
Yeah.
they're not cheap, they're not expensive. You can rent out the rooms. They're all very heavily themed. Like, it was actually really impressive how much effort they put into it. Or they have a whole library section where you can pay $8, and it's open till midnight, and you can rent out any RPG you want in their library.
That's awesome. Dude, I've had this
It-
idea forever to pitch to Hasbro of like an immersive play space for
Yeah.
like Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons with like projections and stuff, just to add an extra layer.
Also,
Rent it
'cause,
for
like,
$10,
yeah,
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. No, and,
Those
and-
games
and-
are already like encompassing. If you actually brought the environment out, it'd be so cool.
Oh, it's so fun. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
being in that room, door locked with a bunch of friends, and like you're just like really immersed in the space and the atmosphere, it heightens it to a whole other. I love D&D. I love
Yeah.
role playing games. They're very fun. But being in that kind of space was amazing. Oh hey, I need a break. I'm gonna go look at the kitties for adoption right here,
Dude, yes.
and they're so
Hell
cute.
yeah.
But yeah, it was again, Geeky Teas. It's massive. It's really hidden. It's like in a big strip mall, and it's like a giant old corporate building they turned into this space. And it was packed. The amount of people, and I mean, just talking community, like, hey, I'm new to the city and I want to just like meet people. I'm gonna pay $8 and go play RPGs with other nerds, other weirdos like me. Yeah, it was amazing. It was like truly so fun. Big shout out to my friend. His name is Bryson. Big theme park fan too.
Nice.
He is a wonderful human being. Broncos fan, unfortunately, for him.
Tough.
Ouch.
I was rooting for the Broncos this weekend.
Oh,
But
me too.
but
Yeah, me too.
yeah, we were all, I think the whole country was. Outside of New
Ouch.
England. Ouch. Yeah, so that was like, I just thought like even being low tech and not a crazy thing, like for a thing like RPG games where your imagination is immersing
Yeah.
you into it, and just having a themed out space to hang out with your friends that's not terribly expensive, where if I'm a 20-something-year-old and I'm starting out and I'm creative and I want to have a place to hang out with people, I can do it and not spend $50 and spend 10. Yeah, I'll fucking do it. So yeah, Geeky Teas in Burbank. Go check them out.
Awesome. Yeah.
They're awesome, and their kitties are really freaking cute too.
Nice.
Nice.
Hell yeah. I about a week ago I picked up my suit for my upcoming wedding.
Ooh, he
and-
looks fly in it. He looks
Near,
so good in it.
Thanks, dude. Near the Taylor, near the suit shop is a bar. I didn't actually realize that it was there because it was a place I've only been to once, and it was the after party of a Christmas party at Meow Wolf that I did a few years ago. And the after party was at this place, so I took an Uber there. So I didn't really realize that it was this part of town in the Highlands, there in Denver. But it is there right down the street from my suit shop. I was like, oh shit, I've been there. And it's called Forest Room 5.
Oh.
And it's a bar that's totally themed to really just be like the woodsiest shit you've ever seen. Like it is like everything is themed to the woods inside. Like
That's sick.
like there's chairs that are just stumps, like that sort of thing, and live edge tables and all that sort of stuff. And it was just a very, very themed out, like, how can we just make this the woods? And that's the whole theme of the bar. And I remember,
Hell yeah.
being obviously tipsy at the party and thinking it was very cool. And I had forgotten the name of it until I passed it by like a week ago and saw it again. I was like, oh, Forest Room 5. That's the place. So if you happen to be in Denver and you're looking for a cool theme bar and you want to feel like you're sitting in the woods, then go down to Forest Room 5 in the Highlands. That's
sick,
my
man.
shout out for the week. Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
kind of fun. But hey, I
right.
think that is going to do it for another episode of Fully Immersed. Hey, we appreciate you stopping by. If you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other podcast app, thanks so much. Give us a thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever it allows you to do. 5 middle fingers would be preferable, but if it allows you to do that. If you're
Always.
listening to us on YouTube, hello there, visual watchers. And we are on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Fully Immersed Pod, in case you do want to join us on there. We're posting shorts and stuff all the time, other ways for you to interact with us. If you are currently on there, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever works for you. We appreciate it. That way we can keep bumping up to the top of your silly internet algorithm. Other than that, I've been Lane, and these have been Tobias and Spencer. We will see all of you once again next time. Bye.
Bye. Go Hawks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Go Hawks!